All right, hey everybody. All right, so this is learning how to use the Edpuzzle. We're going to be doing a volleyball lesson, so we'll take it away. First thing you need to do is, if you haven't done it already, go to edpuzzle.com, create a login, and from there, it should be pretty self-explanatory once you do so. Another thing that you're going to need to do is go into Schoology and make sure that for your classes, you'll see these Edpuzzle here. Yours is going to use a little similar than this, a little different than this, but you're going to have your class periods come up for each class period that you're teaching. Now, when you do that, you're going to see, hold on one second. Your content, and you're going to be able to add your classes on here as you go forward. Okay, so we'll take it away from there. So I've just kind of had something here just to start. So we're at home, we're on our little thing here. I can go search for content. Over here there's popular channels. So for this we'll just use YouTube, and I'm going to type in volleyball rules, and I'm just going to use this video right here. Alright, so once we have this video here, we can go on this other side. If we want to just use this video, we would just copy it. But in case what we want to do here, we're going to edit it. So click on edit. And now I'm able to do a few different options here. I can cut the video, some of the video, which I'll show you how to do in a second. Do a voiceover. And then also ask questions during the video. So let's go to cut. So if I play it,
So you're about to watch a volleyball game, but you don't know the...
Okay, so I'm going to say I'm going to cut Rudy out here. So find where he begins speaking. And a lot of times you're just going to cut out things that you find unnecessary that kind of drags the video to be a little bit longer. So I will add cut. And now down here you're going to have these little bars. And you're going to drag this to the point where you want it to get cut from. So we'll go up to basic volleyball rules. Okay, now I'm going to start the video back at the beginning. Hit play.
So you're about to watch a volleyball court.
And you notice how it's cut off over like what he was saying. And that's kind of what the goal of that was. So again, I'll just kind of play it. And kind of want it a little bit longer this way. We'll go right there. Here, hit play.
So you're about to watch a volleyball court is 18 meters long and 9 meters.
Okay. So we're playing the video.
A net that stretches from one side of the court to the other.
So now let's say I wanted to ask a question. And I'm going to use a multiple choice and open-ended. So if you use the multiple choice, it'll be graded automatically, as you can see what the little box here says. Open-ended questions, you're going to have to actually check their responses and basically answer it for them. And then we have a note here that is used just kind of if there's something that you find necessary or important for your students to pick up on. It's a good part to it's a note there just to kind of give them information. So I go to multiple choice. I'm going to ask them a question, and basic question. This is pretty basic right here. How wide is the volleyball court? And let's say I wanted to add more choices, but we're not there yet. The correct answer was 9 meters. Okay. The other lengthwise was 18 meters, so I'll use that as one of the options. And let's say I just want to put another choice there, so I'll put 20 meters. I save that.
In a volleyball.
Okay, now if I go back to, I'm going to go back to cut, and I'll start the video. Once it loads up here.
In a volleyball game, there are 12 players.
So if I go back here, play it.
So a volleyball court is 18 meters long and 9 meters wide, with a net that stretches from one side of the court to the other.
Alright, now you notice what comes up. So it's the multiple choice question. Now what's going to happen is your students are going to be able to, you're going to need to answer this question before they're able to move on to basically watch the rest of the video. Now you can spread out these questions throughout the whole video. I just wanted to kind of show you one, and I think you kind of get the idea of exactly how that works. So for the sake of this, I just take...
In a volleyball game, there are 12 players on the court. 6 players from each team are on both sides of the court. 3 players are at the net, and the other 3 are at the back of the court. The player who serves the ball to the opposing team is at the back right corner. When serving, the player is behind the end line.
Okay, now let's say I wanted to add a voiceover. I hit start recording. It's going to take a few seconds. Now it goes. And I could say something about this video. So notice how he is striking the ball with his right hand. And now I stop. Now what I just said there, notice how he starts striking with his right hand. And I just use that as a quick example. It's going to take a few seconds. Now it goes. And I could say, so that is actually, I know it's my voice both times, but it's the voiceover that's actually being said, and I'll kind of show you how it's all put together. Now, the video will still be playing as your voice is going over it. So just keep that in mind. So the video can be playing. So instead of listening to what the actual video is saying, I can say, now you see how he's hitting the ball that way. He's hitting the ball this way. Notice how he's bending his knees and, extending his arms through the ball, whatever the case is. Something about this video. So now we're going to go back. I'm going to go back here to the beginning. And you see the yellow line? That's exactly where you could see the voiceover was. So I'm going to pull my video back to the beginning, hit play.
So a volleyball court is 18 meters long and 9.
A lot of stuff is just playing around with it just to kind of get it to the actual, cut the way you want it to be cut.
Meters wide, with a net that stretches from one side of the court to the other.
Our question, we answer a question, continue.
In a volleyball game, there are 12 players on the court. 6 players from each team are on both sides of the court.
So now my voiceover is going to be coming up.
3 players are at the net, and the other 3 are at the back of the court. The player who serves the ball to the opposing team is at the back right corner. When serving, the player is behind the...
Now notice, once I hit play here, you're going to hear my voice again over the video. You're not going to hear that guy's voice anymore. You'll hear my voice over the
end line.
It's going to take a few seconds. Now it goes. And I could say something about this video. So notice how he is striking the ball with his right hand. And
press the ball 3
and then it goes back and everything's set there.
Times before it goes over the net. Let's say this...
and if I wanted to add more questions, more voiceovers, I would just do so. Notes, whatever the case is. All right, so basic volleyball rules, cancel, that's pretty good there. Okay, so now I have that. My content, and I had this little video from Nick here. I don't need it anymore, so I'm going to delete that. All right, now my video I just made is here. I click on it, and you can see it, and you can see how it says assign. Let's just say I click on assign, and this is from the actual app. And you can see all the classes that I teach right now, because I went into each class and clicked on the Edpuzzle thing to add it there, is popping up. So that's kind of a cool little thing right there. So I am going to Health 11 period 1, and I go to add material. when you go to add material, you'll see that Edpuzzle comes up here. Click on Edpuzzle. And what do you know? My volleyball video came up. So if I, let's see, click on it. Now what I can do here, I can assign it. Prevent skipping, I would click that way that they have to watch the whole thing. So I assign the video and it pops up there. And when I do this, I want to have to click on enable grading. Okay, that way, for whatever reason you have to do that for this. Put the due date, okay, the points, whatever, 10, category, whatever, Edpuzzle. Due date, we'll make it, just for the sake of this, tomorrow. Okay. Automatic. Okay, I will then save the changes. Okay, so now you can see it pops up here, basic volleyball rules. Okay, do so and so. So that is that. Content. As far as it goes here, there's other videos that you can take off of it that are actually already done. So let's just say I put in physical education. And there's some videos that are already done. So let me just see if I click on this one. Hit play.
I don't know if any of you guys had to do this in high school, but in my high school, you had to take a physical education.
All right, let's see if I were to edit it. That's cut all the way through, but you can get around and you just play with all these different videos of what you're doing. All right, if you have any questions, you can email either myself, Brian.Keltner, or Kevin Brown, or Mr. Gelber. We all have some type of knowledge based on this. I know this is kind of basic, but the tool is pretty cool, and it's yeah. All right.